Hello, folks. Puffin Loki here with a message for all the little Thors out there, and all the Lokis and everyone in between, and a special message for a fellow named Abyss. Now, before I get into that, I want to give a secret to everyone. You are not who you think you are. This is just from the perspective of gods, who also aren't necessarily who we think we are. People who are curious, intelligent, or privileged enough to take a gap year try to find themselves. Few of them do. You aren't necessarily who you are, or you won't know who you are because you aren't who you are. You are the people who are between you. You are like bookends with a shelf of books between you, a shelf of different people between you. Not only are you different people than you think you are all the time, but there are different people between you when you interact with someone. That is more who you are than who you think you are. Now, the magic of a writer who can write something to people they don't know, or in the future, or millions of people will form that interaction. That's magic for a reason. But the same magic takes place between two people in a conversation. So while videos are fun, and you sometimes know who you're talking to or have a conversation, you can't reach that same place without the relationship to establish a new being between you. So, when I want to talk to the little Thors out there, I have to admit, when I woke up this morning, I was bitter. I was sad, upset at censorship. But thanks to a new friend of mine, Abyss, I was able to get over that and feel happy again. In fact, very pleased. I met Abyss, and if you're watching, nice to see you, Abyss. Thank you for watching. In a chat room on YouTube. It's wrong to presume someone's gender, but I believe it's he, Abyss, and he has watched my videos and made comments, which I greatly appreciate. Finally, someone paying attention to me. That's a narcissist joke. As a narcissist, I'm sure you can appreciate it. Everyone's always paying attention to you. You're the most important person there is, and they maybe don't know it yet, but they are always paying attention to you. He confirmed that I was speaking in the chat room this morning. I was trying to check to see if I was being censored. I'm often censored. As a Loki, I'm sure you understand, being censored almost all the time. So, first of all, it's good to have someone to talk to let you know that what you're saying is being seen. I tried to check by closing the chat out and opening it back up, but nice to have the actual confirmation, someone talking to you. Listening to the Foxen songs, watching my videos, commenting on the things that I've said. Thank you, Abyss. And you might think that someone named Abyss and a Loki would be natural enemies. After all, as Tom Hiddleston in the Loki TV show, I was enemies with a monstronification of the void, Goliath. And I believe I destroyed him or had my lover counterpart self enchant him. I can't remember right now. I think we maybe become friends. Point being, you might expect us to be opposed to each other. Abyss seems like a very pleasant fellow, delightfully nihilistic, and has watched my videos. So thank you, Abyss, and very nice to meet you. And the reason I want to say something specifically to you is because, for one, you confirmed that I was talking. Very much appreciated. And you've shown an interest. That interest is what, between any people, the curiosity or interest or wonder about someone else is where magic can happen, where things can open up, where someone can feel like they have been understood. And what stands in the way of that are all the little Thors out there who try to ban someone and block someone and censor someone from free speech with their little ban hammers. And the problem with these people is maybe they can't pick up Mjolnir, the hammer of my brother Thor. So they take the little ban hammer that they can handle and they wield it. They wield it to enforce a narrative. My brother Thor himself, he has all good intentions. He just wants order. He just wants to enforce order. It's not his fault, or he could do more to understand that the system that he wants to enforce order in is racist and sexist and wrong. But that's not his fault. He could do more to get out of it, to change his judgmental ways, to change thinking that supporting that system is a good thing. But it's not his fault that the system exists. He's using his hammer to keep propping it up and to keep hammering down the ones who disagree. But we keep popping up. The Lokis keep popping up. We never go away. So my message to the Thors out there, the little Thors of the world, is lighten up a little bit. Don't worry about your banhammer. Don't worry about showing your power or stopping other people. Have some tea. Relax. That's what it's really for. Relax, have some tea. Listen, speak, think. In between, before, after, speaking, think, listen, sip, imagine. There's no tea in there, but imagine, sip, think, consider. So this is my message to everyone. Lighten up, listen. If you know someone is coming from a bad place, you know they're misled, you know they're only speaking to support a terrible system, still listen. And instead of being taken in and become someone along one of the books on their side of the shelf next to that fascist bookend, use humor, use a light heart, a light touch, silence, or space. Use the tools at your disposal. Use magic to diffuse and unwrite and unteach some of those things to those people while you have that opportunity. Because we do become the people between us. And it will be wonderful when we have more creative people, more good spirits sharing goodness so that we all become good. And I want to thank you, Abyss, and thank you for meeting me, whoever you are, by watching this video. Thank you for coming from the Abyss, whoever you are. As one of your gods said, and I quoted just 6 days ago, Jerry Garcia, also known as Santa Claus, a friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If Goliath and a personification of the Abyss is opposed to myself and the thrill of creation and existence, we can still be friends. We can still create something beautiful between us. Thank you. And let's all come together. And all the little Thors out there, use your hammers to build something good instead of knocking people down. Thank you. See you soon. This has been Puffin Loki. Blessings and love.